Well, it's not your typical Sunday morning here around the Olde Carr Guy garage. We had the cops called. Stay tuned. So this is going to be just a quick video, nothing to do with anything about the channel, but because the cops were called, I feel it's a good story time. So usually on Sundays is the day that I mow the lawn. Today was no different. I was coming up through here doing a little bit, and then I started this little swath coming by the dumpster here, and I go up and I do my first spot up there. On the way back, I noticed that the hood was open on my new storage shed. And if you guys don't know, this is my 2008 Chevy Express with a 5.3 and a 4L80 that I picked up cheap, basically for the engine and transmission, but also for storage. And as you know, we've got the Crown Vic here, which is taking up space. The engine and transmission is gone now. Junior's using the engine for his car. The transmission I've already sold, and it's just collecting junk and taking up space now. So time to make use of it. We'll send it to the scrapyard once we kind of take everything we need off of it. And this has been our new storage idea. It's got a great drivetrain in it for future project, but lots of storage in the back and access to both sides of the van. So as I'm making my way back and I see the hood open again, I'm not thinking anything of it. I come down and I go down along the back side of these vehicles here to make my first swath down through the grass. And it wasn't until I was coming down here along the passenger side of the van and swinging a left to go along the front of the vehicles, a guy hops out of the driver's seat in this van and claims that he is just trying to get out of the heat. I'm thinking to myself, buddy, it's already 80 degrees and it's barely even noon. It's probably hotter in there than it is outside. And so I said, probably shouldn't be here. Maybe it's time to go. We have a lot of homeless people in our area, and maybe I was a little bit sympathetic in the moment to think, look, this guy just spent the night in my van and is embarrassed to tell me that was the case. So I said, time to go. He says, yeah. He says, I've got a buddy coming to pick me up. And when I asked him about the hood, I said, was the hood open when you got here? Of course, he said yes. So I just closed the hood, told him, best be on your way, and I carried on about my business. And it wasn't until I got back out front with the lawnmower and saw him walking down the road that I realized, hey, nobody picking him up. And Jason just had a duh moment, and that there was probably something going on. So before I took too much more action, I came back, I looked inside the van. The ignition is all beat to shit. And laying on the ground right here is a pair of pliers, the key for this thing, and this piece of wire that the police seem to have missed. That's just laying there. Everything's been cut there, and the ignition's all tore off. He's been sneaking through the glove box trying to find ownership, I think. This car is locked. These two vehicles are mine. Both of those were rummaged through, and that's a customer vehicle. And I'm not sure if the camera picks it up, but you can see the fingerprints where he's been looking in the vehicle and trying all the door handles. Long story short, call the cops, give them a description of the guy. They catch him just less than a mile down the road and ask me if I want to press charges. And knowing how the Canadian justice system works, I was a little bit reluctant. But having said that, if the guy doesn't have a record, I want him to, because I don't want him stealing my shit. If he does have a record and there's something else there that may go along with this progressive theft that might throw him in jail a little bit longer than he should be, then I want him to see that. I want him to get that rehab, and I don't want people to steal my shit. We work too hard for everything. Yeah, it's just a junk vehicle, but the principle is there that if you steal and get caught, you should go to jail. Not get a slap on the wrist, not get a little fine, not just a trespass, although I want all of that to happen. I want him to pay for his actions. You and I driving down the road, doing 10, 15 kilometers an hour over the speed limit and get pulled over, guess what? We get a ticket. You steal something that doesn't belong to you, you should go to jail. Did he steal it? No, but it is damaged. There are cut wires. The ignition's all beat out of it. It's just a junk van. Really don't care. But my question is now, when it parked there, it was drivable. It may not be now. So I called the police. They came. 2 showed up almost immediately. A third one showed up to let me know that they caught him. And they're going to be coming back and getting a statement from me and all that stuff. And I'm going to press charges. I called my neighbor Rob next door because, he looks out for me. I look out for him. And I'm sure that a lot of the local neighbors here will see this video as well and understand exactly what went on here this weekend. And I hope that the potential thieves who may have access to YouTube and social media see this as well. Because it's broad daylight. It was just before lunchtime, and this guy was attempting to steal my vehicle. What are they doing at night? Joke's on him. Even if he thought he could get it started, the battery is weak enough that it probably wouldn't have started anyway. It has a huge power steering leak, which is what left that stain right there in my driveway. And something on the exhaust is rotted off so bad that it sounds like it's coming straight off of the headers. So even if it was at nighttime, I would have heard it. If it was during the daytime and he did it, I would have heard it and potentially have been able to run after him screaming, and he wouldn't do anything. Either way, don't steal shit, folks. It doesn't belong to you. And again, I am a little bit sympathetic to people who are homeless for whatever situation they are there. But when it turns to thievery, to do whatever it is that you need to do, whether it be bad habits, drugs, alcohol, maybe it's not that. Maybe you're stealing so that you can get some cash and money to buy food. Either way, it's a problem that we have in our area. We're a small town, like barely 5,000 people, and we've got hundreds of unhomed people running around our community. Some of them up to no good. Some of them stealing. Some of them are doing drugs. Some of them are assaulting people. It's not the same town that we had. And I'm sure that you guys can attest to it, because it seems like that's the way that has been in our communities all across Canada, probably in the States as well. Over the last 5 to 10 years, it's only getting worse. So this is a story that I will keep you guys updated on. Like I said, the guy has been caught. He will be charged, and he will be trespassed. I'll have to sign some paperwork and give a statement and all that stuff, and potentially have to show up in court to testify. But I guess I'm willing to do that to make sure that this madness stops. And some of you guys might be saying, Jason, by doing all of that, do you risk painting a target on your back? Look, I'm a business owner in this community. A lot of people know who I am. I don't want to say that I have influence, because I don't, certainly, but people knowing that if we're looking out for each other, we can help curb this stuff. We've got neighbors across the road in the trailer park who have been known to let us know that there's something going on across the road, and we certainly appreciate that. But we can't let this continue. If putting a target on my back is what it does for future events, well, just know, folks, the cameras are watching. We've got upgraded cameras, and they're on all the time. Next time, you might not be so lucky, bud. I might not be so sympathetic, but anyways, I felt the need to share this with you guys and just let you know that, I'm okay. But don't steal my shit. Because the next time, I might not call the cops, but I might call an ambulance for you. Am I right? Or am I right?
Sick your wife on him.